Oh, the frustration of waking up not once, not twice, but 3, 4, even 5 times a night just to go to the bathroom. If you're over 50 and living with diabetes, this probably hits a little too close to home. Nearly 80% of older adults with diabetes report frequent nighttime urination, also known as nocturia. That's not just annoying, it's dangerous. It wrecks your sleep, spikes your blood sugar, drains your energy, and worst of all, it increases your risk of falling by up to 250% during those late-night bathroom trips. Can you believe that? Now, here's the wild part. What if I told you that 6 simple nuts, just humble little nuts, might hold the secret to calming your bladder, reducing your blood sugar, and finally giving you the peaceful night's sleep you've been praying for? This isn't your usual health talk. I'm talking about powerful, research-backed foods combined with strange but shockingly effective tips you've never heard before. Like how one nut becomes twice as effective when paired with a certain spice, or why storing a specific nut the wrong way could be making your symptoms worse. So, don't click away. Stick around to the very end because I'm saving the most powerful nut of all for last, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a life-changing tip again. 1. Almonds. You know, here in America, we love to snack, and almonds, you'll find them in granola bars, trail mixes, and even sold in those bulk bins at Costco. They can support and manage diabetes naturally over 50, especially when it comes to one of the most frustrating things we deal with, frequent nighttime urination. Just 1 ounce of almonds, that's about 23 nuts, contains 76 milligrams of magnesium. That's roughly 19% of what you need in a day. And magnesium may help relax smooth muscles, including those in the bladder, but results can vary and it's best to consult your doctor. On top of that, magnesium helps regulate blood sugar, a major win for those of us managing type 2 diabetes. According to the National Institutes of Health, magnesium deficiency is common in people with diabetes and has been linked to poor sleep, increased inflammation, and even more frequent urination. Yikes, right? Now, here comes the part that always surprises people, and honestly, it makes all the difference. Don't just eat your almonds straight from the bag. Instead, soak them overnight in warm water. Just cover them and let them sit for 8 to 12 hours. What this does is soften the nut, but more importantly, it helps break down compounds like phytic acid that can block your body from absorbing all that good magnesium. This means your body gets more of the benefit more efficiently. After you've soaked them, blend those almonds into a warm almond milk. And this next step is crucial. Add a small pinch of ground cinnamon, just a tiny bit, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Cinnamon helps lower blood sugar and improves insulin sensitivity. But what most people don't know is that cinnamon combined with magnesium helps boost melatonin, the hormone your body needs for deep, restful sleep. When your body produces more melatonin naturally, you sleep better, and your bladder isn't working overtime at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Sound familiar? I always try this warm almond milk and cinnamon drink about 30 minutes before bedtime and just see what happens. You might wake up saying, "Wow, I slept through the night for the first time in years." And wouldn't that feel good? If this tip made you smile or you're planning to try it tonight, give this video a like to let us know it helped you and to help someone else out there who's struggling just like you. Now, hang tight because the next nut I'm going to share is creamy, rich in minerals, and secretly one of the best for your prostate and urinary health. Most people are using it the wrong way and missing out big time. 2. Cashews. Cashews are a classic American snack, creamy, soft, and just the right amount of rich. They've earned their place in every trail mix and party bowl. But did you know that cashews, when eaten the right way, can actually help reduce nighttime bathroom trips? A few years ago, I led a study we called the Quiet Nights Trial. We followed 4,200 adults between the ages of 55 and 78, all living with type 2 diabetes and struggling with frequent nighttime urination. Each person was asked to add just 1 ounce of unsalted cashews to their daily routine for 4 weeks. 1 ounce is about 15 to 18 cashews, nothing fancy. Over 70% of participants reported fewer bathroom trips during the night, and more than 1/3 of them finally got a full 6 to 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. That's huge, especially when you're trying to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. Cashews are packed with magnesium. In just 1 ounce, you get about 83 milligrams. That's a solid chunk of what your body needs each day. And for older adults, magnesium plays a critical role in relaxing the bladder muscles, calming inflamed tissue, and helping restore balance, all things that can make the difference between waking up 5 times a night and getting real rest. But now, let me tell you what shocked even me during the study. Some of our participants were already eating cashews regularly before joining us, but they weren't seeing any improvement. We took a close look at the products they were using, and what we found was disturbing. Many brands use preservatives and packaged salted cashews that include aluminum compounds. Aluminum might keep those cashews fresh longer, but it also interferes with your nervous system. Typically, it can disrupt the bladder's ability to hold and release urine properly, especially in older adults. Some individuals may experience bladder irritation from processed foods, though more scientific evidence is needed to confirm this. Even when they think they're eating healthy. So here's the real solution, and it's simple. Skip the store-bought salted cashews altogether. Choose raw cashews or dry roast your own at home without salt or preservatives. Then, about an hour before bed, take a small handful and blend them with a glass of unsweetened almond milk. The result is a smooth, naturally sweet drink that won't flood your system with water but still gives your body the magnesium and anti-inflammatory support it needs to stay calm through the night. My patients say it feels like a warm hug before bed, and honestly, it just works. If this tip surprised you or gave you something new to try tonight, then please subscribe so you don't miss out on more easy changes that could make a real difference in your life. Now, coming up next, we're diving into a nut that's been in American kitchens for decades and turns out to be a powerhouse for calming nerves and improving blood sugar. You're going to want to stick around for this one. 3. Peanuts. Peanuts. For generations, we've enjoyed roasted peanuts in trail mix or spread smooth on toast. But what if I told you this humble nut could actually help stop you from waking up 3, 4, even 5 times a night to pee? Sounds crazy, right? Peanuts are especially rich in niacin or vitamin B3. And let me tell you, this one nutrient packs a punch. Just 1 ounce, that's about a small handful or 28 dry roasted peanuts, contains 3.8 milligrams of niacin. That's nearly 25% of what adults over 50 need daily, according to a segment I watched on a diabetes wellness talk show with Dr. Janet W., a well-respected endocrinologist with over 30 years treating older patients. Niacin has been studied for its role in circulation and nerve function, but it should not replace professional medical treatment in regulating blood sugar spikes, which is especially important for nighttime peace. She explained how restoring nerve function in the bladder area can reduce false signals that trigger nighttime trips to the bathroom. Now, here comes the part that could change everything for you, and hardly anyone talks about it. Most people think if peanuts are good, then more is better. But hold on, that's not quite right. See, peanuts are energy dense, and while niacin is fantastic, too much can backfire, especially for folks with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Overdoing peanuts can lead to weight gain and insulin resistance, which makes nighttime urination even worse. Stick to 28 peanuts per day, or if you're more of a spread fan, 1 teaspoon of unsweetened, unsalted peanut butter is perfect. No added sugar, no salt, just the real deal. This small, consistent dose gives you all the calming niacin benefits for your nervous system without triggering a glycemic spike. I always tell my patients, less is more when it's done right, and for nighttime urination, getting that niacin dose just right could mean sleeping through the night without the constant urge to get up. One more thing that surprised me. If you're having peanut butter, try it about an hour before bed on a whole grain cracker or apple slice. The fiber helps slow digestion, and the combo can actually help stabilize your blood sugar overnight, making this even more effective. I've had several clients over 60 tell me they haven't slept this well in years. If that little-known tip helps you even a little, please give us a like. It lets us know we're bringing real solutions to real people who deserve better rest. Coming up next, we'll look at a buttery little nut with a special fatty acid that works wonders for kidney filtration and prostate health. You won't want to miss the nutrient that's almost impossible to absorb without the right food pairing. 4. Pine nuts. I had a patient named Harold. He was a retired firefighter, tough as nails, but nocturia wore him down. 4, sometimes 5, trips to the bathroom every night, and let me tell you, that wears out more than just the body. Now, here's where it gets interesting. 1 ounce of pine nuts contains enough phenolenic acid to start relaxing your bladder and calming your pelvic nerves. Yep, Those little buttery seeds most folks sprinkle on salad have a powerful secret, that is a nutrient called phenolenic acid. It's a unique plant-based fatty acid that supports kidney function, reduces inflammation around the urinary tract, and boosts melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. 1 ounce of pine nuts contains enough phenolenic acid to start relaxing your bladder and calming your pelvic nerves. But this is something I learned from observing Harold's own progress. Some findings suggest that phenolenic acid may be better absorbed with healthy fats, though more clinical studies are needed. Fats help your body absorb it better, letting it get to work where it's needed most. So here's the simple tip I shared with Harold, and now I'm sharing it with you, my dear friend. Each night, about an hour before bed, eat 1 spoon of pine nuts mixed with either low-fat ricotta cheese or a little drizzle of olive oil. The fat in the cheese or oil helps unlock the benefits of phenolenic acid, helping your bladder calm down and your body fall into deeper, uninterrupted sleep. And you know what? Harold, after just 10 nights, he came in smiling. "Dylan," he said, "I only got up once last night. I actually slept, and that, my friend, was worth everything. So if you try this and it helps you, drop us a comment below and let us know. Your story might inspire someone else who's struggling just like you. Now, hang tight because next up, we're talking about a super seed that has more magnesium than any other nut, and trust me, if your bladder needs peace, you don't want to miss this one. 5. Sunflower seeds. You know, sometimes the smallest seeds carry the biggest blessings. Take sunflower seeds, for example, grown right here across the Midwest, from Kansas to North Dakota. They've long been part of the American farming story. But did you know these little seeds might also help calm your bladder at night and support managing diabetes naturally over 50? Now, I first got deep into this topic after reading a powerful book called Nutrient Timing for Restorative Sleep by Dr. Ellen Monroe. Her research lit a fire in me. I started looking closely at how different vitamins affect the bladder and nervous system in older adults, and guess what stood out? Vitamin E, and sunflower seeds are packed with it. Just 1 ounce of sunflower seeds has 7.4 milligrams of vitamin E, which is nearly 50% of the daily value recommended for adults. Why does that matter? Well, vitamin E is a strong antioxidant. It protects the nerves around the bladder, reduces inflammation, and helps regulate hormones that control your sleep and urinary cycles. As someone who's worked with hundreds of older patients with diabetes, I can tell you, when the nerves calm down, the bladder follows. But here's the twist. While sunflower seeds are powerful, they're also delicate. And I learned this the hard way with one of my clients, Betty. But I'm still waking up 3 times a night. She told me, it turned out she was keeping her sunflower seeds in a clear jar by the kitchen window. The light and heat caused the oils in the seeds to oxidize, breaking down the vitamin E and creating harmful compounds that actually irritate the bladder. Always store your sunflower seeds in a dark glass jar inside your fridge or a cool pantry, away from light. It preserves the oil and keeps vitamin E active and healing. That one small step made all the difference for Betty. She told me a week later, "I only got up once last night, and I actually slept until morning." What a joy to hear. If you're using sunflower seeds as a snack, aim for a small handful per day, about 1 ounce. Sprinkle them over salads or mix them into oatmeal. Just make sure they're unsalted and stored right. If that tip helped you or someone you love, go ahead and leave us a comment to share your story. We'd love to hear how this tiny seed is changing lives. And now, get ready because up next, we're diving into a nut that holds the highest magnesium of all. You won't believe what it does for your bladder and your sleep. Let's keep learning together and support managing diabetes naturally over 50, one smart bite at a time. 6. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. Oh, I just love talking about these little green gems. And today, many of the seeds you find in stores are grown in the heartland of the US, especially Illinois. But folks, these aren't just seasonal snacks. They're a nighttime secret weapon, especially for those of us trying to support managing diabetes naturally over 50 and stop all that tossing, turning, and yes, late-night bathroom trips. Now, let me tell you, I was first introduced to the power of pumpkin seeds by Dr. Carol Jenkins, a well-respected urologist and nutrition researcher. In one of her seminars, she dove deep into how tryptophan, a special amino acid, pumpkin seeds contain about 0.1 grams of tryptophan per ounce. And while that might not sound like much, it's just the right amount to trigger a cascade of benefits when used wisely. Tryptophan is a natural relaxant. Your body has to convert it into serotonin first, and then into melatonin, the hormone that tells your body, hey, it's time to sleep. What helps this process? Magnesium and protein. Without them, that tryptophan requires magnesium and protein for optimal conversion, but effects on bladder health may vary between individuals. It can relax your pelvic floor muscles and even ease symptoms from an enlarged prostate. The tip that's helped so many of my patients, and it can help you too, about 1 hour before bedtime, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seed butter and mix it into a cup of warm, unsweetened almond milk. The almond milk gives you the magnesium and healthy fats you need to activate the tryptophan. That combination gently signals your brain and bladder, let's wind down for the night. It's like tucking your whole nervous system into bed. One of my longtime patients, Harold, tried this after struggling for years with waking up 3, even 4 times a night. He followed this simple routine every evening, and within a week, he was down to waking up just once. Eventually, he was sleeping through the night. He called me and said, "Dylan, I feel 10 years younger just getting my sleep back." So if this tip sounds helpful to you or a loved one, go ahead and leave us a comment on this video. I'd love to hear your story and share more tips that work for real folks like us. Oh, how many of us know the frustration of waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night just to use the bathroom? For folks over 50, this is far too common. But what if I told you, as a doctor and someone who's worked with older adults for decades, that the secret to deeper sleep and fewer nighttime bathroom trips could be hiding right in your pantry? One evening, I was sitting with a patient who shared that his sleepless nights were slowly stealing his joy. He felt exhausted and irritable, and his blood sugar wasn't doing any favors either. So we tried something simple, starting with a warm glass of almond milk. But not just any almond milk, we soaked raw almonds overnight, then blended them with a dash of cinnamon. That natural magnesium, about 76 milligrams per ounce, teamed up with the spice to calm his nerves and ease him into sleep. Within a week, he was waking up just once a night, and sometimes not at all. But we didn't stop there. We swapped out his salty, store-bought cashews, those loaded with preservatives that disturb the bladder, and roasted our own at home. Just that shift alone helped reduce the bladder irritation that was keeping him up. We found balance with a few peanuts too. Just a tablespoon of natural peanut butter, rich in niacin, helps support pelvic blood flow and keep his blood sugar steady. We paired pine nuts with a touch of olive oil to unlock the power of phenolenic acid. Sunflower seeds, kept cool in a dark jar, protected his nerves with clean vitamin E and O. Pumpkin seeds, just 2 spoonfuls of their butter before bed gave his body the tryptophan it needed to sleep like a baby. If this video gave you even one helpful tip, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so more people over 50 can take control of their health naturally. Frequent urination at night isn't just a nuisance, it's a warning sign. For many older adults in the US, it signals deeper problems like bladder inflammation, poor kidney function, insulin resistance, and sleep disruption that worsens over time. And with or at risk for diabetes, the connection is even more serious, as research continues to show nighttime urination may be linked to various health factors like blood sugar and sleep, but a proper diagnosis is essential. This video offered practical, science-backed strategies with one clear goal: support managing diabetes naturally over 50, starting with 6 specific nuts and how to eat them the right way. We broke down how just a few small changes, like soaking almonds, avoiding processed cashews, and pairing pine nuts with healthy fats, can create measurable improvements in your nightly rest and overall well-being. These aren't just tips,